Well, we're back for some Bleach Soul Resonance, and it's time to build Grimmjow. We have since gotten his stamp actually raised to 30, which is why you see the increase, or the moderate increase in his power here. I just didn't, go through it. I also got his skills raised, so we'll be getting an accurate representation of what his power ends up being by the end of this. So, for stamps, we're going to be looking for a strike or attack percent first stat. We're going to be looking for a crit rate second piece on the main stat, and we're going to be looking for an attack percent main stat on the third piece. I think this is going to help us maximize our free-to-play ability. Now, I know a lot of people tend to go with ult charge on their third piece, but when suggesting this, I usually see that ends up being whales. I mean, this person has attack percent here, but I notice whales tend to suggest the ult charge. I mean, it's nice to have. I guess I'll go over here and we'll see it. Yeah, ult charge here. I see a lot of ult charge on whale characters, and I focus my builds, my content around the free to play and low spenders. So I would consider my account to be a representation of a low spend or a free to play account, honestly, because I don't B2 B1 every single character. I don't get a bunch of dupes in every single thing. So when you actually see my review of the characters, when you actually see my showcases, I mean, this is going to be pretty minimum. I mean, I got lucky on Soifon. This is not a case of me, low spending, wailing out for Soifon. I literally just got lucky. I pulled her in tickets. Same thing with Zael, right? I pulled this guy in tickets. So it's just one of those things where, sometimes you're going to have that variance of luck. But yeah, we're going to be showing an actual demonstration of what this character looks like on a free-to-play setup. And in that case, I do think ult charge ends up being a luxury. We could see like someone like Toshido. I have him on ult charge here, but that's just because this piece is insane. Like, it's not really because I think like, oh, I need that ult charge, because this piece is fucking crazy, right? So it is what it is. But yeah, let's take a look at our boy Grimmjow, and get him geared up, and then we'll talk turkey in that way. Now, much like the build I have going for Toshido, if I get an insane ult charge third piece, I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna run away from a good piece, but certainly it's not what I'm aiming for. So let's go to Becoming the King. He's gonna get strike mastery, and he's gonna get his own special passive here, including some crit damage. This is another reason Grimmjow just pumps crit damage by himself, so I don't think it's super necessary that you find all of the crit damage in your own way. I think the crit damage is readily available. So let's go through these pieces. Nope. Thrust damage is nothing. Remember that this is not like the Kenpachi set. You need to lacerate, which means the set cannot be used on anyone else, whereas the Kenpachi set has that huge crit damage that you can actually use on a bunch of characters. So something like thrust damage is just nothing, right? It's just a wasted stat. Spirit damage, wasted stat. Strike damage, but bad substats. Slash, but bad substats. Def, spirit, HP, thrust, attack percent, bad subs, HP, bad subs, spirit damage, crazy fucking subs. Whoa. Oh, if only. I'm actually gonna save that piece, because here's the thing: if we ever get an event where we can reroll the main stat, we're in business. That piece is crazy. So it looks like our first set, or yeah, I guess our first piece just kind of missed. Going down the seconds now, looking for crit rate predominantly. If we get a huge crit damage one, maybe we'll keep. Not really enough. Attack percent, crit rate, attack, flat attack though. No, we're not going with the flat attack. Crit damage, crit rate, that's not really good enough to keep. Crit rate, crit damage, flat attack, no. Attack percent, crit damage, attack percent, attack. If this had crit rate, maybe. I would want a double crit damage piece to really consider it, so mostly we're just looking for crit rate. And it looks like our seconds missed as well. Yeah, we're gonna have to go into the farm, the rerolls. So attack percent, ult damage, not bad. HP percent. Wow, we're really not getting any hits this time around. Ult charge, crit rate. Ult charge, crit rate. I mean, that's pretty good. Ailment, no. Ailment, crit damage is probably not enough. Ailment, ult charge, attack percent, crit damage. Just a crit rate, maybe. Like I said, if it has good substats, we will keep. This would almost... If this had a crit rate or crit damage, it would be fine. No. Looks like we're going to have to go to the crafts. Wow. Basically a no keeps this whole time. That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough, but we can go to the crafts. Oh, thank you, my autofill goat. How do you use that though? Can we not do it yet? Was it not added yet in the stamp conversion? Give me 1 second. I'm not really seeing a button to autofill, so I guess we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. If anyone's seeing a button here to press, I'm currently not. But let's go. Let's see. No. Slash is nothing. Attack percent is nothing. Crit damage could be something, but we're not really getting hits. Crit rate, crit damage is still nothing. Crit rate, attack percent. Yeah, this could have been something. Now, if this ended up having ult charge and then like attack percent or something, maybe, but it's just not enough. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a button to press. If anyone, like I said, if anyone else seeing a button, I'm sorry, I messed with my capture there to see if maybe I was just like missing something. 1 sec. Okay, so you actually have to filter it, and then you can add. Okay. So if you're looking for this, you actually need to set a filter. You need to actually like click through this. So we won't use any of the 6-star stamps. There we go. Okay, I knew there was some. I was like, they added it. No, slash damage is nothing. Sadly, HP is nothing. Man, we have missed on all of our gear so far, huh? I feel like we haven't even been close. Oh, this is so nice. This is so nice, though. Maybe this is just one of those things that Grimmjow is just going to have a problem with, though, because he wants very specific gear. Crit damage, like, crit rate, attack, it's just nothing. I mean, we got attack percent there. He wants very specific gear. Like, he's not really a character where it's like, oh, you could do this, or you could do this. It's like, we're just going to have a situation with Grimmjow where he's, like, a very focused character. Because of that, we're not going to see a bunch of... you know, just anything work on him. But I also do think it's a bit of getting a little unlucky, because we have completely whiffed on even even an okay piece. Like ult charge, ult damage. Maybe if I had crit rate, I'd use this. Like if it was crit rate instead of ailment here, because those are good substats. Yeah, nothing really. Ult charge, nothing really. See, thrust is nothing. Slash that we haven't even seen striker attack percent, I feel like, yet on the first one. We just have a bunch of nothing. Crit rate, crit damage, crit rate, but it's terrible substats. Yeah, really bad. Thankfully, we have a billion pieces of gear. Slash damage, I mean, these are such good substats if it just wasn't slash damage. Strike damage, ult charge, attack percent. I mean, we literally need to keep this because we've hit nothing else. We have literally hit nothing else. So we're going to hold on to that one. Bunch of nothing stats. Crit damage would be cool if we had crit rate anywhere on there. That would be cool if it was our third piece, but it's not. And nothing there. Going. So far, we've gotten one piece of gear that is like usable, which is pretty tough. Nothing. Strike damage, attack percent is nothing. Attack percent, attack percent is not good. Attack percent, crit rate is not good enough. Attack percent, crit rate, attack percent, but double HP stats. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I'd take ailment, like ailment plus substats, but not attack percent double defense stats, man. Not right now. We're not doing this right now with you, Grimmjow. Grimmjow, you're gonna get these fucking like stats in. You're not gonna do this to me. Like, I'm not leaving this session until we got something built. Okay? Like we're gonna get you done. I don't need him to be perfect, but he needs to stop fucking around. We are getting to that point though where we're running a little lower on our materials, so we'll see. No crit. I have not. Have I pulled one crit rate main stat on my second piece yet? That's kind of crazy, no? We got a bunch of Grimmjow pieces though. Rust damage, slash damage, no attack percent, huh? Crit damage here, crit rate. Nothing, nothing. Attack percent. We're going to take this because this technically is at least 3 usable stats. I mean, flat attack is not ideal, obviously, but attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, and an attack stat, I'll take that more than, like, nothing. Because we've been getting a lot of nothing so far, so why not? Attack percent, crit damage, crit rate, attack percent with 1 bad stat. We'll fucking take it. Crit rate at flat attack, no. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this with you, Grimmjow. Attack percent, crit rate, attack percent. 2 kind of mediocre stats, though. Ailment damage? No. Ult charge, crit rate? No. Close, but no. We go on. We go on. Slash damage is whatever. Attack percent is kind of okay. Spirit damage is okay. Attack percent. Oh man, if this crit rate is be so good. Attack percent, ult charge, attack percent is not enough. Attack percent, crit damage, attack percent, ult charge, crit. Could be something. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's our piece. 4 good substats. Perfect. Perfect. So let's go do some roundup. Let's see what we're looking for. I'll skip to that. So as of right now, we have strike damage bonus on this one. We could go to this one, but what I'm thinking, I know it says crit damage here. It's all flashy. What I'm thinking right now is that he wants to multiply this strike damage bonus. Once you're at, if like, let's say you're not a free-to-play player, or maybe you just got really lucky, you could do something like this, current attack, and this would go hugely up, right? But for now, I think we just want the attack or strike damage bonus here, and if this rolls bad, if this hits defense, we can talk like this here. I mean, they're essentially very similar pieces. We've got this one here, which is perfect. We're not going to use anything else. They actually don't need a third piece at all, and now we're just missing the second piece, so we're going to go try and roll a second piece, I suppose. So, let's go to realm of mutate, or whoops, let's go to use, and then go to stamp conversion, and we're just gonna keep going. Boop, 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 boop. Keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna get multiples because we still want to see if we get any replacements. That's not good enough. That's a strike damage bonus, but it's not good enough. We really want to see this. Crit damage is nothing. Crit rate, crit damage. I'm going to hold on to this because we literally have nothing else right now. Crit. Oh, finally. So this is not perfect or anything. I mean, ailment damage bonus is fine. Defense is not good. But we just need, like, crit rate, crit damage in any capacity at all. Right now we've just been missing. So not bad. We're going to keep going. See if we get anything better. I mean, we might as well run this clock out, right? See if we get, like, you know, get all of our stuff done. Nothing, strike, nothing. Nothing, attack, nothing, and nothing. Let's just keep going. We'll beeline through this for a little bit. If this starts taking a little too long, I'll skip to essentially the end, because we do have our pieces that we're going to level up, essentially, right? And then we'll just, like, recap what we actually got in that time skip. But we'll do it for a little more because I like yapping. But yeah, not a super painful crafting session. This could be okay. Not a super painful crafting session or anything, but it was looking a little bleak at the very start. And it's because Grimmjow really doesn't want a bunch of miscellaneous stats. There aren't a bunch of miscellaneous stats that are just going to, like, send him over the edge. He really just wants the stats that he wants, and those are always the characters that are really tough. I know a lot of people had a pretty chill time with Xayah Lapido, but I actually found that character a little uneven to build, just because there were a lot of instances where it's like, oh, I don't have enough attack percent here, so we just need only this. We're only looking for this stat, and it can be a little unwieldy, like I said. And as we sort of come down, because I saw we're starting to burn through the Grimmjow portion of our stamps, which means we're getting towards where we actually started. So our pieces should be cooked sooner rather than later. We'll see how these roll. Oh my god, we got some absolute dog shit ones, huh? This looked okay. This is just okay. But I don't know. I think we'll just keep going. We don't have that many pieces left. I'll do a few more And then I'll just like cut to finishing. Strike damage bonus here, not bad. Strike damage bonus, crit damage. I would have liked some crit rate. Crit rate there, crit damage here. Attack percent is not good enough. Crit rate, not good enough. Ailment. This piece could have been crazy. If he was more of an ailment character, we had attack percent like right here. That would have been actually pretty nice. I'm just gonna cut and finish these off, and then we'll go to the actual like building. So we did not get any other big hits for now. We're actually going to switch him over to the Toshido Bond set as well, just because this is like the only set we have that is like maximized. But we have strike damage here with the 2 locked pieces that I talked about. This piece I'm going to keep just in case if they ever put out a main stat reroller. This piece will become huge. Otherwise, we have this piece to fall back on, but we're going to try to go with the strike damage bonus regardless. We don't have to plus 30 every piece, but I mean, we probably will just because, you know, it's Grimmjow. And why not do it for the video? We have a crit rate bonus here, a crit post bonus here. I mean, they're essentially the same piece. One has a flat attack, one has crit rate on it, which we're going to be trying to maximize that one. And this piece is just Giga. We love this piece a lot. I mean, this can't really roll bad. I mean, it could roll 3 into ailment damage, and that would not be good, but it doesn't really matter. So let's start with this one. Even if we hit the defense, this is just kind of our piece. This is what we're going with, so it is what it is. Like, ultimately, it's missing the defense so far. It's really good. We did it. Where that means we ascend this piece. That piece is fine. Ult damage. That's actually pretty good on him. A lot of his damage comes from his ult, so we'll go ahead and pop that. Yeah, that's a good piece. That's great. I think that just hit. Perfect. We go over here. We're gonna do the same here again. If it hits the defense, it kind of just is what it is, because this one has just worse stats overall. So I mean, it would have to hit the defense like twice for me to not 30 it. It misses the defense. It misses the defense. Just miss it one more time. I hit the defense once. I mean, that's fine. Like I said, I mean, I think that's good enough. That's good enough for now. It has the pieces. Technique. It could probably full size. That's really good too. Good ultimate abilities on these pieces of gear. But yeah, 2 crit rate, 2 crit damage, and a 32%. That's really strong. And this piece can do no wrong. This is my sweet baby girl piece. My sweet angel of a piece. We hit the crit rate. I mean, this guy's gonna have like 100% crit rate. What the fuck? This ult charge. Ult charge is good. We do need a little bit of ult charge. Crit damage here, maybe? Yeah, my damage bonus. That's fine. That's fine. Good piece. Good piece overall. And we get support. That is the one we would want to reroll. Do we have an extra stamp here? Crit damage 2 versus ailment damage. Let's try this one. Attacks have a chance to reduce the enemy's all type resistance. Sure. And we'll go ahead and hit that. And let's see what that piece ended up being. That piece ended up being good. That's a good piece. So that should be all of the stats we wanted to hit. I feel like we just hit. So 4,342 attack is what we ended up with. 37,000 power, essentially. 97% crit rate. We could use a little more crit damage, is what I would say. But we have a little bit of ailment. We have ailment mastery. We have some strike damage bonus. And yeah, and some good amount of ult charge as well. I feel like that's good. Because a lot of his crit damage is coming from stats. Like, it is coming from, like, this. 15% per stack for killing intent. You get his boundary 1, and that goes up and up and up. Crazy. And then you get, like, a bunch of people, like, buffing him over and over again. We go into here. We get the all skill mastery and strike mastery again. Like I said, and he just goes to the moon, right? Like, I feel like that's a pretty solid one. I mean, yeah, compare him to Aizen has some of my best gear ever. I think this is some of my crit damage 4 here, crit damage 3 here, crit damage 2 here, great main stat or sub stats just in general. We hit a few like defensive points here and there, but Aizen has like good stats. Like, you just look at his stats and they're good. You add 25% here, so he's like 81%. Like, he just has great stats, but so like comparatively the power is extremely similar. We have her who has a boundary, so it's a little different. This guy has like a core stamp 5 or core stamp 3, I guess, so it's a little different. Obviously Nell is huge, and she has core stamp. This character has core stamp 5 and dupes. So if we're just purely talking character without a core stamp, like dupe, he's looking good to me. He's looking very, very good to me. Again, when we use the technique, he gets crit damage here as well. Yeah, I think he's good. I think these are good stats. Maybe we'll get him some core stamp dupes in the future, but beyond that, 37,000 base is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, you look at my Toshido here, who has some pretty alright gear. We do need to replace though. Like this is nothing. This is nothing. And then we have like this god piece here. Like he could definitely be worse. And I think my Geen is 37,700, and he has a core stamp 2. So I think this would be like sort of his comparison. Is like his comparison would be essentially like this Grimmjow right here. Like they're pretty similar. If he had like a core stamp dupe, he'd be shooting up and up and up. So yeah, I think it's a good crafting session. His stats look good. His crit damage will be raised inherently by a bunch of his other pieces, and instead we just have essentially 100% crit rate. So every time he receives crit damage from a character, he is just like maximizing that amount as much as possible. And we might go back around, spin the block, and grab his killing intent bonus, which will continue to maximize that crit damage. So yeah, that is Grimmjow's crafting session. We'll be back for a little showcase of a mostly B0 team. We're going to be using Mayuri, we're going to be using at B0, we're going to be using Grimmjow at B0, and then we're going to be using Soifon at B1. So a very free to play styled showcase coming up for the boy. But that is all for now. Like if you liked the video, subscribe to the club. We all go make it, and peace.